Facebook ads, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Everybody that I am talking to lately wants to get an ad out so that they can get their business going. And we did an amazing show of what mistakes people make in Facebook ads. Today, we're actually looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly of ads, because a lot of times people don't know what to be doing with their ads. So I have Tracy Taylor with me over at TNT Marketing. She's a social media guru. My name is Tessa. I am a marketing strategist at Ashford Digital, and we combine to bring you marketing tips every Wednesday at 11 a.m. So we're going to literally dive in and look at some of these Facebook ads. It was amazing when I was actually researching, so much so that we waited a whole week and we're prepping more, because it's just amazing what people put out there sometimes, isn't it?
I don't know. I really want to call them sometimes and say, why did you do that? Because they're spending money on it. So why would you spend money on that?
Right. And you guys are probably dying to know what we're talking about. Before we dive into that, though, we're going to just cover a couple basics. So whenever you're going to do an ad, you have to really know three things, right, Tracy? The first one is what you want to be known for. And that's a big one, because when you're doing your ads, if you're communicating what you want to be known for, well, then you're going to find the right target audience. The other one, of course, is who wants what you have,
right pain point for your solution.
Exactly. And pain points. So that's number 3, is pain points of the people that your solution is best for, right? So once you know those 3 things, then you can actually create ads that are appropriate and that have a nice flow, go right into your content management, or they buy right from there.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So if you just joined us, if you're watching live with us, go ahead and hashtag live. We're going to go through some ads, and this is going to be exciting. I'm excited to see what you guys think about these too. And if you have ads that you ran and you think they're absolutely amazing, or maybe they flopped miserably, and you want to share them with us for next time, we'll definitely include them in the reason why. And sometimes I want to say that we never create bad things on purpose, right? We're not creating bad ads. And if you had a bad experience and your ad didn't work, sometimes it's not because the ad didn't work. It's because of the other Facebook mistakes, the ad mistakes that we covered last week, which were really, really specific. So sometimes people have a lack of goals and their ad isn't really clear. Again, it goes back to what you want to be known for. They also might be targeting the wrong people, your target audience, the people who want your service.
Or it could unclear call to action.
Oh gosh, yes, that's huge. I mean, because you're looking at if something worked or not, right?
What can they do?
I know. And then A/B testing's really big, or giving up. I mean, all of those things that we covered in our last show are all really important to finding that success. So don't be discouraged if you did run ads and nothing happened. It's okay. And it's happened to all of us. It's happened multiple times, and you just have to get back up and do it again.
I was telling my husband the other day about running ads and doing this for our clients, because, they may not express a clear call to action to us.
It's true.
So what do you do? And I said, it's kind of really easy. It's just like getting a brand new iPhone. I said, we just push buttons until we figure out what works. So don't get mad. I mean, worst case, you hit Control-Alt-Delete, you erase it and you just start over. But sometimes because when we're running and managing the ads for our clients, we have to pay attention daily. And so we can catch it. That way we don't wrongly spend their ad dollars, because I mean, it's still precious, but if you're going to spend money on an ad, I want it to work.
Right.
And so, we have to push buttons. We have to alternate. We have to be flexible with that situation. So it really does make a difference.
It does. But there's some tips, and we're actually going to look at, I'm going to put up on my screen We will go right next to it. Okay. So
Yay.
we're going to start with the good. And the reason why is because when you get to the bad, you're going to be like, that's pretty obvious now. Right. And so this one is for Canva. Awesome use of, well, one, there's a couple things that we're looking at, right? We're looking at the imagery. So that's what captures people's attention. So we're looking at the image or video or whatever you have in your ad. That's the creative.
Canva had a bad image.
I know, right? That would be ironic. Right? And that would be a mistake on their part for sure. Yeah. But this is showing some really, from a design standpoint, I have to say, understanding your target audience is really important. This shows that you can have a brand guideline. So you can have your fonts, you can have your colors, and you can have some standard, and the flow. Possibly one other thing that image alone is communicating is that you can easily resize, right? So they know what their pain points are of their target audience. They have brands that they have to continually do this for, and they have to do multiple sizes. So they're paying attention. The other thing, so image, creative side, then there's the text that's in it. And I have to say, a lot of people ask me, can we use emojis in ads? Yes, you can. One thing to know is that every emoji looks different on different devices. Mm-hmm. So you might think, oh, it's beautiful. Go check and see what it looks like on other devices. There's a copy and paste for emojis, and we'll show you what all of them look like. Some are scary. So there's a heart that's black on some devices. So maybe not choose the black heart. It may convey a totally different message than what you want.
Don't do that. Definitely don't want to do that. That would be bad. I'm lucky on my desktop or on my desk. I have a Mac on one side and a PC on the other, so I can kind of go back and forth. But Apple versus Android, and make sure it's going to look good on the desktop and the mobile device.
Yes.
You don't want it cut off. So that's something.
Yeah, and designing your image, so the size of your image or your video, everything, and where the text falls. So sometimes if it was too long and it falls, you can see all these previews in Facebook Manager, in Ads Manager. If it falls in the wrong place, it might convey the wrong idea because people aren't reading the item before it. So just know you have to just look at it from all perspectives, and then once you run it, go look at it on as many devices as possible. One thing I do want to say, we have the image, the video, the creative side. We have the text, and they're putting basically, again, those kind of pieces of information in here. The text is less about the pain points and more about the benefits in this case, like preferred fonts, color palette, 2 million images. They're reminding you of the features that are inside the benefits. But I almost don't think they're talking benefits. They're talking features. So one thing you could do, and if there was anything that Canva ever could or should do, like I can tell Canva what to do. But they might have more benefit driven. So like create your color palettes quickly with, your pre-made brands. Like it's a benefit to me to save time, but the feature is just that you have these brands available. So that might be a thought. The other thing is that it's free today. Like Canva Pro, try it for free for today. So they're clear on what they want people to do. They want to go sign up. So down here, claim your free Canva trial. Now, so learn more is an interest in that CTA button. Do we do sign up? Do we do download? Do we do learn more?
And in between this, I want to say really quick, hey to Miss Meg Campbell, and thank you so much for tagging Christine in there because they're from our.
Oh, from when? Wonderful.
Yes. So, hi, ladies. Good morning, and I hope that both of them are having a great day.
Yeah, and Meg's actually going to be coached on our Momentum TV too, and hopefully we'll get her on to T-Squared Marketing Tips too. Yes. So good to see you, Meg. And if you guys pop in again, just let us know if there's any questions that you have as we go through here, or if you have like some surprise reactions, that would be hilarious as we get into the bad. So on the bottom of this ad, when I once say it's very tiny here, let me see, I'll push this out of the way. It has thousands of 5-star reviews. So social proof is really big when you're doing an ad. You want people to, they don't know you yet from anyone. Of course, everyone knows Canva, but if it's your ad and it's about your service, that's a really cool thing to add in there. And that's just the star emoji. That's not actually tying to anything specific, right? So definitely think about doing it. It's smart and on their part for sure. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So this one, literally in the very bottom, it says the best or nothing. So some people are like, that's a good ad. I'm not sure.
You don't even have an exclamation point at that. And you think Mercedes and you think the quality, and it's, to me, that's almost like they're not even excited about it. There's no emoji, there's no smiley face, there's no star eyes, there's no exclamation point. Like,
it's very clear. It's true.
My mother has one and it's beautiful, but I'm going, you charge people that and this is your ad? Like,
so basic. But what I would say is that this one might have been part of a retargeting campaign. So sometimes, and this is only because I know the backstory on this one. So a retargeting campaign is actually going to just remind them and maybe offer some other versions, images, right? So if you went to Mercedes website to go look for something, or you clicked on a previous ad, this might be one of those that's sponsored, but in a different location. So this one is interesting because although it performed well, it's very simple, and it was tied to an ad campaign that they did around this best or nothing, kind of like simple, but at the same time, like you said, Tracy, there's a lot that could be still in this, right? So we're telling Mercedes what to do.
A little bit ago, and I'm trying to see if I can find it over here and I can share it with you.
But what's interesting that they used get quote.
Yeah.
So again, CPAs,
something.
Right. So get quote, if you click on it and it went to, I don't know, like at this point, this ad's been taken down already, but that call to action, what was their call to action? Like, what was the bigger picture?
To me, their verbiage, the very simple photo, and their call to action, 2 + 2 does not equal 4 here. So I don't know what that is. I mean, get quote to me is more of an insurance quote, or a services-based company. I would rather them say call or message, because to me, that's an open-ended opportunity for questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, objections. It's a conversation when you say send a message. I don't understand that.
No. And yet, like you said, this is a great point. Messenger, you can do a whole ad campaign that's around getting people to message you on WhatsApp. Right. What a difference that can make. Like if you need the WhatsApp or you need that chat feature, this is something that you can do without having to install software on your website. So it's a great idea. This might be a little bit older ad before WhatsApp Messenger for sure. But
Facebook Messenger too.
Right. Exactly. So this one is a little bit more engaging. Now we're talking about something that is near and dear to me. I use Asana for my tasks.
They're having fun.
And they're enjoying it, which is exactly what we want. If we could make work feel more fun, less like work, we would, right? So this is a great example of them knowing their target audience and their pain points and what they want to be known for, right? We've got it 100% clear.
My pen's not working. How is that happening?
And this one, I mean, these are, again, benefits, not features. You don't want to waste time stuck in meetings. You don't want to have all of the email threads, right? And then again, making your workplace a happier place. Like who doesn't want that for their team? They want their team to enjoy themselves. Let me just say that Asana they have these little celebrations that go across the screen when you complete tasks. I am completely addicted to them. It's like this celebration, a narwhal or a unicorn goes across the screen. To me, it's like they really thought they know their target audience. They know what they want them to do.
Yes.
Yeah. I know. And it doesn't go over every time. So you get addicted to is it this time? I don't know.
You're like, how many celebrations can I see today?
Right? Exactly. And the other thing they have at the bottom, again, what they want to be known for, they want to help people get organized, stay on track, and hit deadlines. Some of the biggest pain points that people are talking about. Clear call to action. Although they're not offering a freebie or anything, you can start for free. They're not saying that, which is ironic. They could. But you can do Asana for free for a long time. You don't have to pay for the upgraded version. And it's great, but they could take advantage because we have to give everybody criticism here. We have to be fair. If they put something about that being a free trial, or it's not even a free trial, you can use it for free for a very, very long time. So yeah, so they should have something in there that around that, or something to that extent to capture people. But everything else is great. Image is awesome. It's very fun. It's surfing, but it's very applicable because you're surfing the web most of the time, or you're surfing your information for that matter, right? So we're not disconnected so much from that potential image. So
I just like that little girl though, because she's dancing, she's having the best time ever, and I just wish I could see her face, but it's a blue blob.
It's funny too, because they're using their graphics are very nondescript. Well, one main reason possibly is that your images can only have so much detail, like text detail. They can have people faces, obviously, but there is something that we're going to cover in one of our bad ones that Facebook knows. They know.
Yes.
Yes. So Asana, good job. Great ad. Very benefit driven. You know your target audience. So awesome. All right. Now we're into the bad. And this one is funny to me because Costa, is that how you say it? Costa sunglasses?
Yeah,
Costa. So they are traditionally, say, sportsman glasses, right? So polarized so you can see when you're fishing.
Them. Yeah, because they sell them at like the gun stores. They sell them at like Academy Sports and a lot of the Dick's. I think a lot of the sports, like those type of people buy them. They came out originally to compete actually with Oakley.
Oh, interesting.
They're like an Oakley competition. You can get them just like Oakley, so you can buy them over the counter. I guess I say over the counter, whatever. But you can buy them in a store, retail, and then you can also get a hold of them and get them prescription.
Oh, got it.
Your own prescription lenses in there. They're very, very, very good glasses. My husband has Oakley and Costa ones actually. I think he likes both of them for different reasons, but
so plenty of money behind these ads.
They're higher sunglasses. I mean, they're $200 to $300 a pair. So I don't really. This is like.
Well, and you can't tell. Like, we know this is a fish. We know that this brand is an outdoor sports brand and possibly polarization for fishing, better fishing. But the image selection, is so critical. You can tell it's a fish, but you have to look at, like, if you're scrolling through, you may not see this, right? So that was one big thing. And then they're saying, like, the words that are on here.
It doesn't make me want to go buy a pair of $200 or $300 sunglasses. I mean, it just doesn't.
Right. And they're crediting photographers and maybe it was used as a sponsored post or they boosted it, but maybe that wasn't their original intent. Oh. And so sometimes when we do something, when we post, we think, oh, we'll throw some boost dollars. It doesn't always make sense in an ads perspective because they haven't fully thought it through. So for sure. I mean, if it was like, I would love to see if it was me, I would have a before and after difference between not sunglasses and then what you can see with the sunglasses. Mm-hmm. Like before and after would be amazing for the polarization, for what you can do, again, benefit driven. And then the text obviously would be what we want them to do. And even if it's a retargeting. Yeah. Exactly. And even if it was retargeting and it was designed to get their attention again, then this could be used, but it just has to have a clear call to action.
I'm not feeling that one.
Right. They are tagging people though. And
Yeah.
so they're tagging a charter. This is obviously an image from somebody specific. And there's a lot you can do with that. Again, back to social proof. There's a lot that you can do with getting involved with like a foundation or
Yeah.
an organization but loop it in and have some true, meat and potatoes behind that so that it's actually making sense to people.
Right.
You have anything else that you want to say on this one?
No, I think I'm done with Costa Rica.
2,000 likes. I mean, 22,000, 21,000. Oh my gosh, this one cracks me up. Okay. So
For the love of all things holy, Wendy.
Wendy's. Okay, so the ad itself is great and delicious artery clogging kind of content that looks beautiful and well shot. So let's just say that taking the creative out of this mix, just looking at the rest of the ad. What is it saying? I have no clue.
Oops, we didn't mean to overshadow anyone, but some people have said the 4 for $4 gives them life. So kind of the same thing. Doesn't make me want to go 5 minutes down the road and have Wendy's for lunch yet. I mean,
I don't know.
Talk to me about extra bacon. Talk to me about your fries. Tell me that your Coke dispenser has a fresh new bag and that when I have that sip of Coke through your straw, it's going to touch my soul. I don't know. But that is not.
It's true.
I mean, and they got tons of shares and tons of likes, and it looks like they've even got some messages. But
well, that's the funny thing. Maybe they just loved the video, but what were they saying they liked about this? I'm not sure.
I don't know because here's the thing. If you have an amazing quick video or a reel or a slideshow or just even a photo, I want the words to speak to me about your photo. Like it just doesn't.
Right.
Oh gosh, that's a train
And
wreck.
pain points, again, Wendy's knows who their target audience is. And this could have been, so here again happens. Sometimes people post something and they were replying to something else. It's not clear. And when it's not clear, can you imagine if this was a clear ad, like obviously 20,000 people, this could have had so much more impact for your business. So thinking about what it is that you've got behind the messaging behind it, if you need to have, and I know we have a couple more here, but if you need to have help on what to put in your ads, let us know.
Let us help you before you spend your dollars. I mean,
let's not do these types of ads.
Come on, Wendy's,
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this has a backstory, and this is an amazing ad company that I work with. They created an image, they put it up onto Facebook, and it got declined. Now, I'll tell you what, that ouch did not have the ouch behind it. It had an injury. And Facebook knows you are not allowed to do anything that has blood and gore. You're not allowed. But that is what this product prevents, right? So the pain point is that you're going to fall and get hurt on your bike and you're going to get injuries. But they had to go back many times to try to get this approved. Well, come to find out that putting the ouch symbol over it makes it more superhero-like, and it passed the test. So it is a good ad now, but it was declined over and over and over. And you can imagine how very frustrating that is for an ad company. So they were so willing to share this lovely design with me. So I appreciate it, Simon. Thank you very much. Same thing on the second ad. But, Facebook literally can tell, even if you didn't have the text in it, they have image recognition. So the pain that's in somebody's face, even though we do it, can up, right? So Facebook, even if you didn't have much in terms of the blood and gore, still pain, and Facebook knows. So again, this is going to be, this is the bigger picture lesson on these ones is if you have something that is borderline anything weapon related. We had an awesome, oh gosh, this brand is so amazing. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it in time, but there is Guardian pen. So it's Take Flight. This brand is amazing. Takeflight.com. I hope that's it. Take Flight gear. So they have a tactical pen that is awesome. Take Flight gear. There it is. Okay, so Take Flight Gear has awesome. These are all tactical, so they are
Right.
considered weapons
Yeah,
on Facebook, and they're like, so you can punch out your glass, so that you can
right,
cut your seatbelt. Like, very, very tough for people to get ads through. Now, this company, they have an amazing Amazon website. You can go buy these things. They're
right.
awesome.
Awesome.
It's so cool and it's fun.
We've got a friend that owns a tactical store in Maryville, and they struggle with certain parts of their inventory and how to get it in there because Facebook literally like stabs them in the throat saying no.
Yep, and can totally shut down your ads.
Yeah,
That's the part that's unbelievable.
yeah,
They can literally shut down your account. So you have to be so,
yeah.
so careful to not show anything that's tactical. Like, it can't be worded like a
Right.
weapon.
No,
So
no.
good to know. So this one, the last one that we have,
Oh,
is our ugly one. And it's not that it's ugly per se, although we don't know what's going on in this picture.
Tessa, this thing, y'all.
I know.
This
Do
is
you guys see it? If you can even see it, it says you lied to your wife when you said.
So here's the thing. I'm going to use this example because I have several high caliber insurance clients, 5 of them actually to be exact. And so if we were running an ad like this for their life insurance, what we would say in there, instead of this bunch of hoopla about you lied to your wife, that's already going to be a train wreck and start fights. So let's not do that. I would rather the verbiage say, it's my job to ask you about insurance. Please do not make it my job to tell your family you don't have any. Because that's a pain point. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing with mortgage protection insurance. If you were to die tomorrow, this insurance policy set aside will pay your mortgage off, and then your other life insurance policy will take care of your family and replace your income. Because, I mean, I've said it. My husband's in EMS. My husband does fire. I mean, if it's got lights on it, he plays with it, yellow, red, white, whatever the case may be. We're good with that. But here's the thing. If something happened to my husband, I would be the wife that would be sitting in my bed for probably 6 months. I just need everything to be taken care of. I don't need something to happen and me have to worry about trying to get my life back together, because that is a catastrophic, traumatizing event. So speak to their heart and their emotions, because life insurance is a very emotional purchase.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to have some conversation and it's got to have some brains about it. And that I don't agree with that. Those words are ugly. They're going to start a fight. But I would rather ask a good question. So if you have questions about what to do in the verbiage, even for a super simple ad, contact one of us. Let us walk you through it and come up with 2 or 3 suggestions, and you feel free to pick whichever one you prefer.
When the rest of the ad, like the "Don't leave your family's future unsecured," that might be fine. And again, apply now, call to action. Okay, those are fine, but it's how you say that that you're getting their attention. This is one of those that gets attention in a really scary way.
I would rather the call to action not be apply now. I would rather it either be message or call now, because that is still a conversation. Like you have to figure out, most of my stuff is not apply now or learn more. Sometimes it's learn more, but that's very rarely. More of mine is send a message or call me, because I'm asking you and I'm offering to have a conversation with you about a pain point for your business. And that's part of being a business owner, being a salesperson. You are in the business to build relationships, and the relationships will bring the sales naturally. So,
and it's okay to use controversial. I do agree in using things that get people's attention at times. Pain is something, like if you go into a building and well, here, we'll do it this way. If you're in a building and it's on fire, you're going to get out a lot faster than if you're inside and there's an apple pie in the kitchen. Okay. So pleasure versus pain, as far as moving quickly, you're going to get out if there's a fire. So the negative energy sometimes does cause people to do things and look and pay attention. And you could use the negative energy on this by saying, do you feel guilty because you don't have your family covered? You can address that pain point, but not by lying. Lying's pretty bold. So, I mean, Max Life Insurance, I'm sorry if you're offended, but we have some thoughts on your ad.
You could have a lot more turnovers and a lot more add value, and a lot more bang for your buck if you had just changed it around a little bit. I mean, I just
600,000
guarantee. I don't even like that. I would rather have, life insurance it's comforting. It's a security, and you need that. Your family needs that security blanket. And so what we had to do was sit down with our life insurance person and determine, if one of us were to pass away in whatever, this is how much money you make now, and I need this many years of this money, because we have a 21-year-old, we have a 20-year-old, but we also have a child that is almost 16, and her drive in life right now is to become an oncologist. So if something happens to her dad, I would still find it because I've been in her life for 10 years, I would still find it, I would be obligated to help her in some of her college goings. I mean, hopefully, if you want to be an oncologist and she's got great grades and she's super smart, she's going to have scholarships, but maybe that meant I would be sending her spending money, or I would be helping her with housing, or paying her car payment, or her car insurance. Those are the things you have to plan for, and you have to have a conversation. It's real. It's not fun. It's not sexy.
Right. But you could do ads.
Have it.
Right. So your ads on the insurance companies would be, okay, who are the people that typically buy? So an ad for Tracy, for a mother / female, right, are going to be slightly different than the men's ads. Yeah. And I know that people are like, oh, you can't really define that. But yeah, there's a big difference between what attracts women and what attracts men. So A/B test, use different ads, try to figure out who your target audience is. And like we talked about the ad mistakes, guys, you can let Facebook has built-in AI, on artificial intelligence that can look at what your ad audiences are and look at, say, like import in and do a lookalike audience based on your current clientele. In the same ad set, you can have, here's the people who have visited our website. Here's the people who, this broad spectrum audience that we're going to target. Facebook will start distributing based on what works. And so they'll use all these pieces to come up with a bigger target audience. If I only I want people from this age to this age, Facebook isn't going to figure anything out about that. It's just going to say, oh, I guess we're going to throw this, this is performing better. So you can use your audiences, again, those 5 main things that people were, not doing in their ads, the 5 Facebook ad mistakes, which I'm going to put up here. For you guys. Mm-hmm. And then we'll let you guys go, because I know we're super late on today's show. So this is the 5 Facebook ad mistakes that kind of boiled it down into the specifics. So lack of goals, poor targeting, or not using AI. The wrong ad type being, like what Tracy's saying, there is an ad type for Messenger. So you can specifically say, I want to get people that are going to message me.
Right. Conversation starters.
Yep. And giving up or not A/B testing. Those are all 5 of the biggest mistakes, because ads should be a long-term effort. It's not going to be, hey, I put it up for 3 days. It didn't work. I'm giving up. Like, this is something that the longer you run an ad campaign, the better it's going to perform, the lower cost per click you're going to get, and the better you're going to understand your audience, because you're A/B testing right.
All things.
I know. So guys, if you're catching us on the replay, let us know, #replay again. And we're here every Wednesday. Hopefully, we had a little technical issues last week, but we're here every every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And there's a link in the post. There's two. One is for questions. Please, please, please tell us if you guys want any questions answered, or put it in the chat.
Yeah.
And then the other one's to get a reminder when we go live, because we love to engage with people, and we love to give people an opportunity to kind of shine through our lives. So if you want to, we will bring you on and do a coaching session. We'll bring you on and talk about things that are going on with you. So yeah, ask questions. Let's make this engaging. So we'll see you guys all next week. Thank you so much, Tracy, for going through all these with us.
Yep. Have a good day, guys.
You too. Bye.